It's that Hollywood Red Show. It's that Hollywood Red Show. Tune in. Fire. You want to hear something crazy? Like, what? No, you ain't close to ready. Check this out. Yeah, this your boy Shawty, man, and I'm kicking it on the Hollywood Red Show.
Man, this shit player partner 2 Chainz, you feel me? Right now I'm kicking it with Hollywood Red, you feel me?
Sean J, 229 Fleetwood represent Philmont Red. Hollywood Red.
Y'all know what time it is. Your boy Wingo from Jagged Edge. I'm in the building. Y'all know what time it is. I'm in Florida. I'm chilling with my main homeboy, my real homeboy, my dog. You understand me? Hollywood Red. Please believe it. Hey, let's get ready to bust it down. Bust it down!
Hollywood Red Show's your boy French Montana live in the building. We don't keep it real, we really keep it, do the right thing, get the right thing done to you. You already know what it is. I'll let your boy, you already know what it is, man.
What it is, it's your boy Young Cash representing that Duval County, chilling with my boy Hollywood Red. Y'all already know what it is. Yeah.
You're tuned in to the Strategized Network.
Hollywood Red Show. You already know. Say what's up to the fellas. Your hosts, Slim Cat, Deacon WEEZO, and Mr. Hollywood.
You know what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is he and he is I, Mr. Hollywood. I am that guy. And this is the Hollywood Red Show exclusively on the StrategizedNetwork.com on YouTube and Facebook. And I'm with the fellas. Slim Cat, aka KT, what's happening, brother?
Hello. Yes, sir.
Wow. Yeah.
Deacon WEEZO, what's going on, brother?
Hey, brother Hollywood. Yes, sir. Hey, fellas. Yes, sir. Oh, let me start turning everything
Frank
down.
Nick, what's going on, brother?
Already.
Yeah.
Well, before we get started, let's just go ahead and get into this hot seat. Another hot seat with none other than Deacon WEEZO.
Hey, Hollywood. Hey, big brother Hollywood, really quick. Can you? Let's get us an energy prayer. Is that cool?
Oh yeah, go ahead, brother. You got it.
Hello. Yes, sir. Before we get into the good hot seat, fellas, yes, sir. Boy, it's been a lot of evil going on, y'all. We know about P. Diddy, man. Now, he done messed up my favorite childhood candy, Tootsie Roll. I'm scared to eat one. Y'all, it's a lot going on. So, God, God, we just pray that you could change the atmosphere, God, that all of us, God, all us black men, God, come together, God, love each other. God, just continue to have fun on this podcast. No stress, God. This is something to relieve us, God, from everything. And God, just bring positive energy. Let the platform grow. And God, with that being said, God, we thank you and we love you. And amen. Yes, sir. Just a good energy prayer. Yes, sir. Hey, boy, that devil's something serious, y'all. He moving, man.
That's a fact, brother.
He did.
Yes, sir. Oh,
One of them old
I'm shutting up now, y'all.
Dr. Umar and Whack 100 at the party. And Fleece Johnson, the dope man. But Fleece Johnson worked the bathroom, though. Put him in.
Oh, my God.
Can you imagine that? Boy, look at here. Everybody in that greasy. You don't even need baby oil for all that bad skin and all that shedding ass athlete's feet skin. Can you imagine, brother Umar Johnson, brothers and sisters? Hey, brothers and sisters, he'll go live on that ugly ass cell phone. The cell phone smell like expired tartar sauce. He'll be, hey, brothers, I go live now. Hit the cash out. If you want P. Diddy to P on Cassie. Hit the PayPal, goddamn it. All brothers and sisters, right now. I'll let you get a sneak peek, but you gotta hit the Venmo. Oh man, where are the snow bunnies at, goddamn? And you know, bro, one thing about Umar Johnson, if a snow shake like him, he gonna want something. Oh God. But then can you imagine White 100? You know, White 100 ain't got no money. You know, he a big liar, so he'll be outside yelling Pyru and everything. You know, White 100 always, he that Negro that's out the door but never be in, but he know all the details. Oh man, hey, they say such on Pyru, she ain't getting peed on. God dang it. And then you got good no teeth Fleece Johnson. Ladies, if you ever want to know how to give some good CPR, Fleece Johnson. Oh God, man, I feel like I got molested just looking in that flabby mouth, duck mouth ass nigga's mouth. So y'all, man, P Diddy, man, man, if I was Cassie, like, man, too much have been exposed. That's why I tell y'all, man, you know, you got 30 million, Cassie. I'd have shut the hell up. But now you know how ignorant the internet is unbeaten. So, I mean, you're gonna have a lot of men in line ready to go on and go to that urinal. Oh man, so hey. And one thing the deacon will tell you, it's always the prettiest female. She the nastiest. Boy, you pretty. Alicia Keys ass chicks, y'all so nasty. Y'all disgusting now. Y'all the Texas Chainsaw, Jason Voorhees nasty. Oh my God. But we ain't gonna get into all that. But anyway, y'all, Cassie, man, damn. I almost said something. The deacon finna go on and get out of here. Oh God! Oh my God! God, I pray that.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness!
Hey, I thank you, brother. Thank you. Oh yes. Oh,
another
brother,
hot seat with the deacon. What's going on, Deacon?
I think P Diddy might win, brother. Like y'all say, I think he done proved himself. You know, brother.
We gonna get into that.
Yes, sir. I think P Diddy gonna be let off, y'all. All he needs to do is have like a Bad Boys porno production company, and it's gonna call Take That. Yeah, you know, brother. I think, and he'll be. The Nine Boys now they coming out with a remix. Yes, the Tootsie Roll, the song and dance. So, you know, so yes, sir. If P Diddy got to play his position, you know, but he do look like Aaron the Plumber with the gray hair on his head. I said, boy, P Diddy ugly right now. Why he look like this? But you know, brother, I think he might win. I'm surprised, Cassie. How was she able to testify when she got 30 million?
Hey, obviously, the NDA must didn't work out.
No, feds overruled.
Yeah, because I thought he paid for us. Okay,
no, he paid for something else. He didn't pay. He paid. That people like y'all get everybody. It's not Diddy versus Cassie. It's Diddy versus the Fed. She's just a witness, a victim, one of the victims. A lot of other stuff that's going on. A lot of people getting confused. They think Cassie is the only reliable source, and there's other people. Like the feds was doing an investigation before she even tried to sue him. They've been investigating Diddy for years. So this is gonna be the outcome regardless.
What y'all think about these New Orleans inmates that escaped?
Gun each one of them down who ain't locked.
Investigating them on what though, KT?
Orleans Parish inmate after his escape. Evidence is we near a full week since that jailbreak.
And with no other escapees found today, we're combing through video evidence to track their movements. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Devin Bartolotta.
And I'm Hwrs Gibson. 5 of those 10 inmates are still on the loose tonight. As we learn more about a Slidell woman now in custody, she becomes a 4 to face charges.
That includes a maintenance worker at the jail and 2 other women also accused of helping after they made it past OJC's wall. Billy Cummings joins us in studio now with more more on these breaking developments.
I don't know what's
Well, Devin and Sharice, less than an hour ago, we learned that 59-year-old Connie Whedon of Slidell was arrested. Officials say she was in contact with Jermaine Donald before and after the escape. They also believe she gave him cash and a cell phone. Right now, Donald is one of those 5 inmates still on the run. Meanwhile, bond was set today for 2 others arrested earlier this week. I spent time this evening looking deeper into their connection to the inmates they helped.
2 women have been arrested for helping Orleans Parish inmates after they escaped nearly a week ago. Our investigators learned 38-year-old Corvante Baptiste of Slidell is the aunt of escapee Corey Boyd. Investigators say Baptiste was in contact with Boyd via phone and social media and helped him get food while he was hiding. Boyd was recaptured Tuesday evening in the 1400 block of Iberville. We've now learned that the apartment he was found in belonged to his grandmother, but she claims she didn't know he was there. Boyd's grandmother has not been arrested and so far faces no charges. Meanwhile, 32-year-old Courtney Harris's connection to the 2 inmates she's accused of helping remains a mystery. State police say she drove them around New Orleans and was in contact with one over the phone. Court records show she helped Leo Tate and Jermaine Donald, who are still on the run. Now authorities say both women are booked in the Plaquemines Parish Jail. On Thursday, via video,
I mean, from what you guys have heard and kind of just giving it a little bit of an update by playing that video. I mean, I know that they even got bets. They got bets out on these dudes. Who gonna stay out the longest?
Yeah, I seen a dude got caught sleeping on the bench. One of the criminals.
Get out of here.
Yeah. You saw that Texas, y'all fella, brother Frank. Y'all saw him?
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah. Well, he was sleeping hard and good on that bench, man. Oh man. And the man saw that reward, boy. He heard it. I would have heard it. He called him right in his face. Man, got that 25,000. I don't blame him.
I don't follow nigga shit. I don't follow nigga shit.
Come on, fellas. We know
wrangle them all up. Excuse my language. Wrangle them all up, though. Yes, sir. Wrangle them all up. Put them on the on death row, and go ahead and execute them within a month.
I agree. Oh my God. I agree.
And y'all, I got good news. It's an undisclosed winner. They black. They won that lottery. They won $1 million.
I don't like the NIGGERS. I don't like them because other groups of ethnicities go ahead and look at the news, whether it be not just here in America, when it goes out, like when they broadcast these stories outside of America, when it comes to South America, Europe, etc. They go ahead and compile us into that one demographic and be like, okay, yeah, that's how all black people are. Yeah. So they looking at us and saying that, okay, yeah, when we put these dudes in cages because of the crimes that they've done, they break out of these cages and they still running amok. Go ahead and put them all back in jail and go ahead and put them in a gas chamber and get rid of them within the next month.
Not only that, one of them guys, this is 4th time escaping. He's a known escaper.
Wow.
And one of them light-skinned dudes with the tattoos on the face.
Wow.
This is 4th time escaping. They say he wasn't even supposed to be in that jail because his escape history.
And you know, I don't want to isolate that to just black skin. It's anybody who's escaped from prison, who's a known criminal, a known murderer, a rapist, whatever the crime may be. Get rid of them. I don't understand why they have death row people on death row for decades.
For so many years, yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Whether it's white, black, Indian, purple, orange, yellow, whatever the color may be. Get rid of them. If your sentence is death, then death you shall see.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, I get where you're coming from, brother. But because of them being, I can't even say that they citizens, because by the time you get in the feds, you disenfranchised. You ain't really got no rights.
Man, them guys got some crazy charges. One of them dudes murdered. It's a lot of different boys. They got some crazy charges. The one who keep breaking out, he's in jail for the rest of his life for murder.
Which one of these guys? Which one of these guys is the one you say there's
the one, the light skinned brother with the tattoos on his face called Cordero, right there, the Groves, Roderick Groves. I can't see the name. Groves though, that's the one who's the killer. He's the one who keep getting out.
Oh, Groves, yeah, but he I think that's the same one that he done racked up some murder charges.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the same one keep getting out.
Yeah.
They finally got him with his last murder. He's been escaping jail since he was 17 years old. So he been in and out his whole life.
But that's a good question though, fellas. I just want to ask this little quick question. If you're illegal, you come over here as an illegal, do you deserve due process as a citizen?
No.
Thank you.
No, because you're not a citizen. You can't take the benefits of being a citizen.
The same right.
They fighting for that though. They fighting for that though.
I mean, healthcare already shows you how to weigh that with double standard.
Fact.
Healthcare has been offered for years to people that aren't from here more. It's more friendlier, just like today. I had to go to the doctor for my finger, and the first thing they want to ask you for, even though I got insurance, do you got that copay?
That's
you got that copay today.
You got that copay.
Yeah, he lying, boy.
Let me get that money.
It's a fact.
I'm a dollar
like Frank Niss say on the Gualas, they come there and then they can't even speak English, but they'll be able to set them up with a pay plan or something. They got signs. If you go to the medical institutions, they're gonna have a sign that say copay is expected.
Yep.
See, that's how they try to finesse it. They expect it. Because I done finessed a couple of times. It was like, oh well, whatever, just to say, because I ain't feel like I didn't want to pay. I was just finna bucket. Like, hey, I'm paying insurance, man. I'm finna hold on to my money, man. Better bill me, because you can request that. You can say bill me. But see, they try to make it feel like it's uncomfortable because they talk all loud. They want people in your business. How are you paying today? Like, what's going on, man? I'm right here.
Yeah, they do that.
They want to put you in a position to where you get anxious, and so I don't study, but I understand the game.
No American should health insurance should be given to the public. That's one thing I think that should be a right. Sometimes you be down in hard times, bro, and if you just happen to get hit up, like I said, I had my experience. I had no insurance. I broke my ankle, so they just gave me the cash. So I came back to try to get the boot. Some people say they need $300. I ain't have it. Some people say, look, man, we can wrap your leg back up, or we can just send you home. So I had to leave. They didn't want to give it. I said, man. I said, Jesus. So I had to get one of them Ace Bandage wraps and put my shoe on my foot and wrap it up real tight. I had to make a homemade boot, man. And my ankle still hurt. But some of these things, man, we shouldn't have to beg for, man. Because sometimes people ain't got it.
For sure.
If you get shot and ain't got no insurance, they rush you about the hospital, dude. They're not taking their time with you if you ain't got the insurance, man.
But yet the medical providers, if you go to any medical place, they have the responsibility that if somebody walked in there and they're dying, they have to, if they got the medical ability, then they could be held accountable if that person died there and didn't get any help.
Right. They fix you, but it's the aftercare they don't care much about.
Right. I mean, the person who died in the midst of that, trying to get that help, and don't do him no good or her no good. But they peoples could probably come back, because I done worked in enough medical places, and I'm sure Big Frank probably aware of that same policy too. But
I want no CNA, brother. But I know what you mean.
Nah, but it's beyond that. I was a mental health tech at a detention center, and they even made us aware of that. There really wasn't no surgical stuff there, nothing. But because there was nurses there handing out pills to these delinquents.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Per se, if somebody came in there with gunshot wounds, they would be expected to try to help them, just because it's a medical facility.
Gotcha.
So that's anyway. But yeah, man. What about the bets? They got people. I mean, everything is gambling now. You got all these apps on the phone. I mean, you can place a bet anyway, however you want to do it. I see these little parlay sheets where you know how it is. And if you dealing with some black folks, they running numbers on these little sheets. I mean, wondering where they get them from. And playing parlays on games. You see something like that? I know you've seen it before, KT.
Yeah, I don't gamble on nobody going to jail. I just all gotta do what they gotta do with these guys, man.
No, I don't mean about them specifically. I'm saying you ain't never seen the sheets where
there you go,
gambling
KT.
on the
yeah, I'll be doing that,
for
man.
sure.
Them sheets lay you straight, man. Them sheets lay you on the wrong path.
I'm with you, KT. Shit don't make no sense.
What color the women that's holding them hostage? That hide them.
The boys ain't hiding, man. The boys, nobody dealing with them. They walking down New Orleans right now, and they got them on camera just walking around New Orleans.
That's our biggest problem, though. We got women like that right there, because they doing their own thing, and they continue doing the same thing, and nothing changes. It just like Brother Frank said earlier, we look so worse as a race, even though other races doing way worse. We know that this camera focused on us, but when you got a group of women who's so out of place, and the good women are scared to check these women, and I understand. I don't feel like fighting. You know, but you got, it's so bad now. These women are holding this race back. And people could argue and say, what about the men? We have never seen of other races of women get GoFundMes for other races that's killing their own men. Like Tory, and then they will keep these fugitives, these suspects, they'll keep them in their hood house, and then when somebody get molested or something go wrong, all black men, y'all the ones who kept these dudes, and you don't even turn them in to get the reward. That's the thing. Nobody want to check the females. Yes, yeah. Oh, they'll say, well, you bullying, you cyber bullying.
You say they didn't turn them in to get the reward.
Yeah, they won't even know. They'll sit there and feed them, get pregnant from him. When that dude shot the Touch of Class up in Pound Mountain, them boys had them a good holiday. They had all the women. They got shout outs, all kind of stuff. And that's the thing. Until we as a culture can hold the women, I don't care if it ain't all. We have a woman, Megan Thee Stallion, lying woman problem. Look at how she's steady lying, blaming this man.
I got a question for you, D.
Yes, sir.
So what if one of these fellas was next door to your house? Is you calling the police to get that bag?
Yes, I need that $25,000. Give me $2,000. Give me $200. I need that. Yes, sir. I'm going straight to the white folks. Yes, sir. And I'm gonna shake the Negroes' hands and act like we cool still with each other. Yes, sir. I'm gonna walk them to the back of the car. Hey, man, brother, I'm praying for you now. Yes, sir. I might pray for Heavenly Father, God, let this man, and he take the long sentence, God. I'm gonna see. Yes, sir, Hollywood. I'm a white. I'm gonna stand like an activist. So I'm gonna stand right there with him and hold that door and look crazy. Yes, sir. And I'm gonna be a good hypocrite. So yeah, he gonna get told on. Brother, the money too bad. My brake booster went out in my car, and they charging me $800 to get that fixed. I told them, man, I'm driving with no brakes.
No, boy, yeah. Hey, where you driving at, homie? I need to make sure I ain't know where you, homie.
Say that again. Hey,
where do you be driving at? So I'll make sure I'm
brother, just to work. I can afford to work. You know, we so broke. You can only limit yourself to do things. Now, America, yes, sir, like I give it to Trump. It's just we living in the last days, and then we ain't got no wives and women. Like as a whole, like a lot of black men are on their own. You know,
black men problem was y'all put y'all faith in Trump, and he turned on y'all quicker than a nigga.
Well, all of it is messed up. Yes, sir. I think. Yeah, because even if we would have had Kamala, Walla, Uchi, Bang, Bang, she would have had the illegal doing way better than us. At least Trump spread that feed.
You still would have got your food stamps. That's what matters.
But no, I just playing with you. I'm just messing with you, man. Okay, there were so many homeless black men under them. And now look at Joe Biden with that pancreas, that cancer.
He old though, man. He just an old man. He's sick.
But you see how they knew that man didn't have that, and they lied and act like nothing was wrong.
But that was the goal. They were trying to get him to I really believe they was trying to get him in for that second term, and then pull a quick one so Kamala can take his spot. But he was messing up so bad on the trail they had to remove him from the dang race. That's what screwed him up. I think that was the game plan, to get Biden back in one more time, and then get him to walk away and Kamala take over. But he couldn't remember where he was at. He was calling his wife George Bush. So they said, man, we can't even fake it no more. We got to go.
And what does that do for us, like, as black men? Like, because, and I tell people, like, you know, they would have got rid of us. Because I know we're doing it on our own now. But at least with Trump, the focus just ain't on us. He spread the whooping out. Everybody getting beat. Now, it ain't just black folks like the Democrats was doing.
Yeah.
And then, and our leaders disgust me. But yes, sir, they the only, man, we got to get rid of all this.
But let me ask you this, WEEZO.
Yes, sir.
How y'all feel about the Trump administration giving that woman who got killed on January 6th, $5 million, giving her family $5 million? How can y'all justify her family get $5 million for her trespassing? And the police doing the job, trying to protect.
With them, I'll answer it first then, y'all, before Brother Franklin's gone. With them, I expect that behavior. Even though I'm not saying it's right, I expect that. But it hurts when your own people is in the same seat and they just looking out for their own doggone selves. Because he letting the whites come from Africa. Even though that president they got in Africa doing dang good. And I support that, brother.
Real good. Doing real good.
Yeah. Go ahead, Brother Frank, and I'm listening. You know, I'm listening, brother. Y'all.
Oh no, that wasn't me. That was AL.
That Hollywood.
What you talking about, brother? What happened?
No, Second Tyler was saying, like, how do we feel about Trump giving the lady who the black police officer shot?
Her family $5 million.
Right. Yeah, I think he was handing it off to you, Frank. Net.
What? Say that again. I'm sorry.
I said what was happening was Deke was passing the baton over to you, brother.
Yeah. Because I expect that. I expect white racism. I expect for them to look out for, but it just makes me feel some kind of way when it's our own that's not doing it. Because the other races are doing it. They looking out, even the Latinos, when they get in power. In California, black people the one that's homeless out there. You got black women in all these positions, black men, but they only stand up for illegals and gays. That's it.
That's it. That's a fact.
Yes, sir. And it's
to speak on that, Deacon, I can't even get into the weeds of what you're talking about because you're making some valid points. But we can't even elevate to that conversation that you're having because we're still at the janitor level. We're still killing each other just because a nigga want to holler at your girl at the gas station.
Oh, that was crazy.
I saw that.
We still killing each other just because a nigga stepping on your other nigga's shoes. We still killing each other just because I done ran across your yard with my lawnmower and I done came across the yard line because the county said that's your line and my property is over here, and I done came across and I done cut your yard, but yet you mad because I cut your yard.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter, because when it comes to white supremacy, they do whatever they want to do with us. They arrest us. They they frame us. Regardless, okay, yeah, I can ultimately say that, okay, some of these people should be in jail and some of these people should not. But when it comes to the whole grand scheme of things, it's like, yeah, we are ready to shoot our own brother in the face with a 38, but at the same time, we'll call the white man sir when he goes and arrests us for a jaywalking ticket. It's sad. It's sad, brother.
And why do we continue to do that? Who's leading us to doing that?
Ain't no guidance, man.
But what about to the women? Can the women choose better men? Like, can they not? I mean, yeah. I use Hollywood Red situation. Yes, sir.
Hey, I ain't want to go there, Deacon, but at the same time, Deacon, you're right. You're right. The black community. The black community is a matriarch, and that's the reason why we're so weak. That's the reason why we're so weak, because we're a matriarch. Women are reacting off their emotions, and when you have women who are leading the community based off their emotions, they pass that same sentiment down to their kids. Black sons, they don't know how to raise black sons. Black sons are looking at their mamas and seeing how their mama just rage out. She in Target, she ain't got the whole $34.59 to pay for the corn and the broccoli and the chicken to go ahead and bring it home. So she raging out. Oh, how y'all charging me all this? The last time I paid for this. Oh, fuck that. I'm finna raise hell.
Oh man, watch it with language.
Right. I'm sorry, man.
I know our brother passionate about this. And it's sad. Like you saying, brother, it's sad because we don't even respect, and you're right. And brother, and to holler at you, did you see how that brother killed that other brother? And the woman drove the car up, picked him up.
Drove the car up.
Sad.
Yeah, we look better than us.
Guess what? And that brother was 42 years old.
42.
Oh, man. I said no.
42. Gray hairs in his beard.
42 years old, upset because the man tried to sell some weed to his old lady.
He was black guy, shot that man. Shot for
and guess what? He was a leader in the. He was a leader in the community.
I heard he was an activist.
He was a community person.
Yep.
And he threw his whole life away in 30 seconds.
30 seconds, bro. And the woman wasn't even
looking. Leaders in the community. That's just a fact. People look up to the drug dealers and the ex-drug dealers, and they're looking up to these athletes. And they gotta understand, drug dealers all about themselves. They don't care about the community. People don't want to accept that fact, but that's what they're looking up to.
Now everybody gonna be hitting. Everybody gonna be hitting them now. Yeah, you locked up for life. Everybody finna be hitting.
She wasn't eating all that. I'm gonna be honest.
She wasn't. She looked like a mug rat.
Yep. Or they was probably hitting it while he was at work. These women
and the sad thing about it, that dude was trying to plead with him. That dude, he seen red. He was gonna take that boy out no matter what. No matter what that man did.
Shot that man in his head, bro. A lot of times. I'm listening, bro. Yeah. For no reason. No reason. But then if a white dude was hollering at his ugly woman, that Negro will say, yes, sir. I'm sorry about that, sir. So I look at this and I ask the women, why do y'all know what the liggery is? Y'all know Megan Thee Stallion lying, but y'all keep this going because nobody can say nothing to y'all. Your feelings get hurt. I'm sick of y'all because I'd rather your feelings get hurt and then y'all just change yourselves. Yeah, we all know who's the problem.
But it's crazy. But what's gonna fix these problems in the community? I don't think nothing can fix it. Because it's still at this rate, it's still a lot of fatherless homes. It's still a lot of young women with kids. And the grandmas are younger now, so the grandmas are kids. So everything is like And Trump
Body, my choice.
The black community, we the last on the list. So at some point, people gotta want to do good, but these young women continue to get fooled by these drug dealers, by the chains and the nice cars. And then after they had their baby, they want to find a custodian dude and try to marry him after they ain't been washed out. And baby daddy doing 25 to life in prison. Then they want to be saved. That may sound kind of a little personal, but you know, it is what it is.
but I want you and Brother Frank, y'all to see. Look at how the women are being treated like the men. Y'all see how the police beat they tail and slam them up against the cement? So, yeah, y'all, something has to
This
change.
foolishness going on all over, man. I just seen a report about this young black girl who she was I think it was in Atlanta. Girl had ran her over while she was dancing in the street and drug her up under the car. And they were homegirls. They was riding together. Like, or even that girl that was dancing on top of the car, I think it fell off and died. Like, I don't know what it is about dancing and getting killed.
Well, the thing is, Hollywood, this stuff is happening in other places, but they're not recording like we recorded. Because not too long ago, a white girl pushed a girl was sitting on the bridge and her friend pushed off the bridge. So this stuff is going on. It's just that it just seems like it's more prominent with us.
Yeah,
that's a white fact. Folks are doing the same thing, taking each other out and doing this and that. It just don't make the headlines. So that's why us being black, everything we do is gonna be monitored. Like AB, look what AB did. AB tried to lie to say he got jumped. Come to find out he lied. He attacked that brother. And then started busting in the air.
So that video that came out with the scuffle was going on, he the one that initiated it.
Yeah, there's a Muslim brother trying to talk to him, and you know, AB, he wasn't trying to hear that. And they jumped the old boy, and then AB started kicking his own security. But, you know, that's why he said he apologized for his actions. And you know, but that's another subject. But I don't know how to fix it, man. You know, ain't no more Martin Luther King, no Malcolm X's around here no more. Ain't none of them guys. Them guys long gone. So at the end of the day, it's up to that family.
You think that way? If it's got to be some more of them. It's just they under the radar.
Dr. Umar, Tariq Nasheed? Come on, give me a break. Them guys can't hold it for themselves.
I'm not saying them either, but I am saying that there's got to be some folks that's out there that's doing what they say they doing and living the right way. But
they might be.
Most people, they doing it. They ain't talking about it. They just doing it.
That's right. You're right. That's true.
But how can you not? And that's what I mean. But if you ain't tooting your own horn at all, or you ain't got no kind of medium that you pouring into, how do we find you?
That's fact. How you get the message across without people thinking you clap, Jake?
Otherwise, you know, you serving a very small few. But hey, you know, if you turn one person, you know, that's a lifetime goal for some people.
Yeah.
So y'all really think there's a Malcolm X, a Martin Luther King out here today's society that can change or change the trajectory of where we at today? Y'all really think?
Me personally, I don't think so.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
I think too many people in the stuff now.
Back in Martin Luther King days, everybody was standing on purpose because we had white supremacy was coming in.
Chopping up
Black
a little
people
bit.
didn't have civil rights. We weren't able to go into certain restaurants. We weren't going to certain schools. We weren't able to go in certain banks. We weren't able to get certain jobs, etc. We're not that no more. You can go up in Hermes and spend $20,000 because you a nigga. Because you a nigga with $20,000. So you can go ahead and go in Hermes and spend $20,000. They don't give a damn. They still, once they give you that receipt and you walk out the door, yeah, that's that nigga that spent $20,000 in Hermes. I got the you know, whatever they get when, you know, when I make a sale. I get the compensation off that.
Yeah,
they don't give a fuck about it. The commission, there you go. They don't give a fuck about it. Excuse me, I'm sorry, bro. I'm rusty. I'm rusty. We've been out for a minute. I'm rusty. My fault, homie.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying holds true, and I promise I won't cuss no more. What I'm saying holds true. It's not going to be. It's not going to be a Martin Luther King. It's not going to be a Fred Hampton. It's not going to be a Malcolm X. It's not going to be any of these guys that's come to save us.
No more.
And why? Why would we need them to save us? Because this is one entity. So if you shoot that dude, like the white people did, it takes out the whole movement. We have to have like-minded people who are linked to always come and say, okay, this is our mindset. It don't matter who is in the forefront speaking into the microphone. You could take him out. It's going to be another person who's going to come in and say the same thing, and another, and another, and another. But we don't have that type of support system because everything is controlled by white media. We don't own anything, bro. We don't own anything. We pour into everything. Our talents, our blood, our sweat, our tears, our lyrics, our music, our videos, our media, everything is poured into them. And then they distribute it how they see so.
That's a real fact.
There's nothing gonna happen off that. Never.
Yeah, them days over with, man. And like I say, and we our biggest enemy right now, man. Because like I say, it's just tricky, man. Like I said, once we get into this Diddy stuff, we gonna see.
Well, I thought we was gonna go ahead and just cross over into it because I believe it kind of that passion over there brewing up. So I love it. Let's go ahead and get into this Let's Be Frank session. I know that part of it you want to talk about Diddy and Biggie and their name. But I don't want to take over your spot, man. Let's
Oh man, I just want to say, you already know we all come from this ilk. We come from this era of rap. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, boom. We never understood. Well, I ain't gonna say we didn't understood, but we let this generation of rap mold us into who we are today. Because you can say, okay, when Tupac did this song, where were you at? You can remember that. When Biggie did this song, where were you at? You can remember that. And so forth and so on. So, I just wanted to come when I came to this session, I wanted to pose each and every one of my brothers and be like, okay, did you understand or realize what was actually being said? Because when it came to these certain type of songs, are we being groomed from that point up into where we are today? Because now we see rap is gay. like these new dudes are gay, man. And like your boy Boss D-Lo, you know what I'm saying? He done got exposed. He's gay. Whatever the kid.
I mean, it's kind of alleged, like the man messing with trannies, and like basically the dude basically saying that he knew what time it is.
He knew what time it is. The dude said his name was Justin, or whatever his name was, Justin, or whatever his name, whatever. Oh, and he still carried on the conversation.
You're right, though. I mean, as far as just the level of masculinity, how the way it's so like, it's like, it's so many categories now for everything. Nothing straightforward. You ain't just this. You ain't just that. Like I'm seeing LeBron as much level of masculinity he shows. They show a picture of him in Spain or somewhere with his wife. This dude holding a purse. Like a purse is still a purse. I don't care what you try to. It ain't no man bag. That's weird. I don't understand that. I don't understand dudes that.
Oh, you're not a fan of the fanny pack?
You say what now?
You're not a fan of the fanny pack?
No, that's my old boy generation. My pops used to have one. He used to have a leather one. Now play with. He had everything in that thing too, boy. They had the survival kit in that thing. That was the 80s though. We ain't in that, and they ain't wearing those. I'm not gonna wear that, but I'd be more accepting of somebody wearing a fanny pack, whatever you want to call that thing, versus a purse. A purse is still a purse. That's weird. But I believe it stems. I believe that if I'm responding to that question is that the influences that came from the Biggie in the Puff Daddy, Bad Boy, all of that stuff that's been passed down. I do realize that it's a bigger picture than even them. It's been groomed throughout Hollywood. That's why Hollywood is Holly weird. It's a lot of that. We call it satanic rituals and all that. I don't think of it that deep. I think that these people just have no morals. They'll do anything. Because nobody's holding them accountable. They're the elite, the Harvey Weinsteins, until finally something bubbles up, and now it done hit the fan. Now we done found out about it. There's no cute way to put it out. It ain't no makeup you can put on it. It's ugly, but it's people that want to be worshipped. It's people that want to be financially, they just want to be the elite. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to sell your soul. It's not natural to be able to do that. You got to deal with people. You ain't amassing that type of wealth unless it's something that's been passed down. So to try to step up the ladder to get there, this is what I see from mankind. Like seeing folks like these dudes and even being a fan of it at one time. Like I think we chopped it up about this about 3 shows ago about the lyrics that Biggie had saying that, the chick looks so good, I'll do something to her daddy's thing. Exactly. I mean, that was blatant. That was blatant. And it never got checked.
Never did.
Never took points off of that.
The bad boy artist. And he had other questionable lyrics. Oh yeah, don't you know my N-word kids effeminate, throw them over the
bridge. That's how it is. Yep.
I would rather F RuPaul than than all them other escape bitch. Like, come on, bro. They was grooming us way before we thought we was being groomed. Because you know why? It was a hot beat. We needed somebody who was going to speak out for the culture. We wanted to be heard. Oh yeah, this is our music. You know what I'm saying? Because there was no other lane. When you think about it, and just think about it for a second. When it came to hip hop, it was always this or that. Jay-Z or Nas. Master P or Cash Money. You know what I'm saying? Tupac or Biggie. It was always them putting us against ourselves. It was never the community until it came from, Fighting Power, Flavor Flav, them boys. Them were the ones who was bringing us together. But then once corporate America, them Jews got into it, it was always a battle between this or that. They wanted to divide us, and that's what they did. They did it successfully.
It been like that.
They
for
made
a while,
plenty
though.
money on it. Go ahead, KT.
Well,
Prince and Michael Jackson, they put Prince and Michael against each other too.
Well, I was getting ready to say, and not to cut you off, it's saying, when we look back, the MTV culture is really what kind of planted that seed. And true enough, none of us was listening to no rock and roll. I mean, other than what had to been listened to on the radio when we didn't have a choice. But by the time that the soft R&B channel started coming out, then that gave us other options. But nonetheless, my point, when you watching MTV, these guys that was playing rock music, they started looking You know, it was acceptable for them to have real long hair. Oh, it wasn't looked at as gay. They could go in the Beatles and all those other type of Led Zeppelin. They doing all these type of big mosh pit shows, thousands of people coming. They masculinity wasn't never questioned. Painting their nails, but by the time that you see Little Richard, you see Prince, they wearing makeup, they doing the most. What kind of influence did that do? Because that's earlier than these guys. All that to me is still it.
I disagree wholeheartedly. I disagree wholeheartedly.
What part?
Because when everything you just said, because when it came to those specific rock bands or rock groups like your Aerosmiths, even with your boy Queen, and he was openly gay. The dude who died of AIDS or whatever, who was the lead singer of Queens or whatever. It came to a point where white people differentiate what he was saying and what he was singing. They gravitated to the music. It was just the music. It wasn't that they were going to live that lifestyle. When you hear a boss man D-Lo saying, oh yeah, I'm finna go ahead and shoot this dude in the head and go ahead and grab a pack, then I'm gonna skirt in a Hellcat and put you on. These young dudes are trying to emulate that. These white people are not trying to emulate what this dude was singing from Queens because it was music. They understood that this is music. What these dudes now are trying to do is they're putting a lifestyle into our young people's head. They're dropping a seed. So now when they grow up, they feeling that they got to get the 40 chains across their neck. They got to get the Hellcat. They got to have a 48 packed into their pants. They got to have a bad B who got a BBL, and they got to shoot anybody who's gonna oppose any kind of thought that they have. That's the difference.
Let's check out this video real quick.
I don't believe
and another thing too.
I don't believe she was ever a victim. And let me tell y'all something. It's so many people talking about some, oh, she didn't want to upset him. She didn't want to this. They was texting. She was in a safe space. You mean to tell me she can leave the relationship, go get married to the help unharmed, but she was that scared of him? No. I said a long time ago and I got chewed up for it. Cassie got jealous when he saw how he put Young Miami on. She started thinking about all the disgusting stuff she was doing with him and she left with nothing. And she like, damn, he just turned Miami up overnight.
I know KT don't really like that type of news, but news nonetheless.
It ain't wrong with it, bro. That's dog. Y'all gotta stop trying to say it's not Diddy versus Cassie.
Deke, I know you had something you was trying to say. What you had, brother?
Even with the whole racist thing, you notice that they're using our own people to be like, even those two handsome brothers on the ESPN. You know, for that brother, I didn't agree with him bringing that man white wife in that stupid conversation. But yeah, about the NBA, about that W with that Angel Reese, and that's another thing. Okay, Angel Reese, yeah, she's fine. But I'm tired of the sister worship, bro. These are not the women that we grew up with. I don't get it. Yeah, and black men got to worship them and crash out, and look at how black males are crashing out by these women that won't even throw water on them if they was on fire. Like, and I just look at them. Yes, sir.
But
yeah.
A black man should step in, because that's a man going at a woman. So you would want a man to step in for that, right? Correct? No.
With the way it is, I'm gonna be honest. I mind my business with these females because these females are true. Let that Negro beat her. I'm gonna tell y'all something. One time over at Speedy's show, it was a Negro going upside a female. He was beating her good, y'all. And I called myself. I went out in the activism good. I had just saw Hollywood and stuff. I pulled over. I said, stop. Both of them stopped fighting and looked and came at me. I jumped in the car. I ain't finished putting out air in the tire. Bro, I tore the holes off the tire trying to get the hell out of there. So, man, I got nervous. The Negro had his fire on him and she was bleeding. But I said, man, next time I'm minding my business. Because they told me, they said, man, you never get in nobody domestic because you don't know what these women be done. And I'm seeing that with really mob papoose. Look at how these females are pissing for women, mom. Like, bro, hey, we need better women. And I'm tired of just one or two being good. Why can't the tribe have them? That's what we need. We can love God. We can do push-ups. All this, but if your woman ain't nothing, you ain't gonna never be nothing because she prays on you, not for you. And I'm tired of people just playing. Look at black children. The black children suffering. The Negroes are suffering. We got a raggedy woman. She's terrible. Look at her behavior. She all on the internet, loud, stealing out of the store. If you get with one of these dudes at work, maybe you don't have to steal. We could put our coins together and love on each other.
You got a bigger picture.
Well, this hot seat part 2. Go at it. We go ahead.
Hey, I'm with you, Deacon. We need to have up the show. The Deacon and the Deacon, baby.
Yeah, and see that way, and a lot of them people, they love me, brother, when I'm doing my comedy. But when I get to talking like this, I am wrestling. God dang, you know, man, like brother, like they don't wanna, but I don't care. And I tell them all the time, y'all need medicine because y'all sick. I get the black men and this, but how can y'all want to do what we're doing, or y'all even doing worse? Y'all giving a rapist. That dude that you're giving money to for Tory Lanez raped a 13-year-old. And so, well, how is that standing up for black women?
No, he killed the 13-year-old.
Yeah, killed it, yeah. And in jail for life, and that's who you make your GoFundMe for? That's it. Bro, hey, man. And, you know,
I said, I'm Team Megan. I'm with Megan. So keep Tory locked up. He ain't black anyway. He's from Canada. So it is what it is.
Oh man, well, you know, and I take the time, and I can respect our brother.
Wow, KT.
Yeah, you just gotta be careful who you lay with.
My black sisters, hey, he shouldn't even put himself in that position to even do that. He had a chance at the beginning to tell the truth. He called himself trying to protect black women. Do your time. Now you got stabbed up. Now
wait. You hear what you just said?
Kelsey shot Meg, not me.
That was a contradiction, KT.
How?
You just said, oh, I don't mess with this dude because he going against black women, but he went to jail for protecting black women.
And then he got stabbed and he snitching.
No, what I'm saying is, you just said, oh yeah, you know, I'm with Team Megan. Oh yeah, Megan this, Megan that, because Megan got this. He went to jail for protecting them. If he would have just went to court and said what really happened, then both of them bras been locked up, or at least one of them.
One of them. Megan would have been
at least one of them.
Yeah, he say he didn't want to take them away from their kids, so one of them.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, bro. You can't say they ain't protecting black women when this man in jail for protecting black women.
But don't get stabbed up and want to tell the truth now. You had that opportunity. You chose not to do it. Ride it out. My God. That's how it goes. You got stabbed up 14 times. Now you need people to come forward and say, Kelsey did this. You should have been. I
did think that was kind of like, I don't know, was foolish of him to want to be put in the general population, because he had an interview about it. He said that before he actually said he want to do his time. Like, what, you finna make an album off of that? That's what he doing. But hey, it's a tax. It's a tax that came with it. Getting stabbed is part of what the payment is, dummy.
Politics, yeah.
I don't understand that. He's not that big. You done put on a little weight, but bro, you I don't care. At your biggest, you still lightweight in there. What you talking about? And you high profile. You got a lot of favors that you got to pay for in there. Oh no,
you right. But back to your video.
Yeah, back to what the Let's Be Frank session is really focusing on is that, you know, is Puffy responsible for hip hop turning gay? And new rappers who have never associated with Diddy getting exposed by gay males. And what's the goal of those pushing this agenda? Is it to destroy the black family unit, or is it to destroy black masculinity?
Hold on, ain't no way, dog. The Pacers beat the Knicks twice. Wow. That's nuts.
Pacers
they beat them again.
They beat them again?
114 to 109. They beat the Knicks. The Knicks is done, dude.
Because they ain't had that momentum shift. They ain't went down 0-2 yet since the playoffs started.
But yeah, you're right. But I think we got to come to a point where you got to realize some black people are just bi-curious. I think Puffy set the trend. We giving these guys too much.
So basically, you saying that there's a lot of gay dudes that but they don't call themselves gay. They go because they go both ways. Because you saying they going both ways.
But I feel like they go with the women way, trying to protect their image. But I feel like a lot of these guys really into that stuff. They just got talent. They could dribble. They can rap good and they can do it, bro. But that's their lifestyle, bro. Remember Bobby Valentino? They call him, bro. He ran out the hotel room naked when the girl started recording. She said, "What my money, Bobby?" And it was a man.
Yeah, they say that. They say that him, Scrappy, and a couple other them dudes in Atlanta was Young Jock. All of them was like hanging in the same circle, doing the same weirdo stuff.
Hey, we knew Diddy was on this type of stuff before the evidence even came out.
But you know, Young Jock used to be a part of Bad Boy South.
Yeah, he was with Bad Boy, exactly.
Hey, remember he had his arms around Biggie, and then Biggie put his face on his hands, like a female, when Biggie and Puffy got a photo together, and Biggie got his face on Puffy's hands like a female, like how you do your girl. This stuff been going on for the longest, man, in the industry.
It has.
This has going on. Diddy been grooming Usher, Bieber. This is his thing.
Even the Busta Rhymes rumors that threw me off. That it's like they basically saying like everybody in Hollywood know Busta busting up some booty.
Even Dr. Dre. They're talking about Dr. Dre in the 90s living this lifestyle. Dr. Dre was cross-dressing, acting like your boy, the boxing dude. What's that boy name?
Man, it's crazy, man.
I know they was kind of they was like ragging him because of his first album cover had him like in a like I don't know, some type of
be able
costume.
to come into the situation to where now.
You listening?
Oh.
Yeah, whoever was on the back end of that, I know you was talking about Dr. Dre and
Dr. Dre. This stuff is in the industry, man. This ain't no new stuff, man. But
even CeeLo, wearing some crazy stuff. Andre 3000 wearing some crazy stuff.
CeeLo wear wedding dress.
Yeah,
CeeLo put on a wedding dress.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Rodman too, and Ricky Williams.
But even down to the films, like you got Blade. Blade was a cross dresser. Blade, you got in one movie, Wesley Snipes playing Blade. Then he was playing a drag queen or something else. Ving Rhames, as big as he is, they had some of the most masculine men. Only one I done seen that ain't put in no dress is Denzel. Almost 90% of everybody else that played a role where they was acceptable to wear a dress. Weird.
I don't think Kevin Hart
in Hollywood too. Before, not to cut my brothers off, really quick too. Something very important. They're making Cassie's husband, the white dude, the all-white savior. Oh, Frank Fine or whatever his name is. Oh, he right there for her. The woman cheated on this man. P. Diddy was getting up on the black wife, didn't she FaceTime him? So how? But then these same females talking about Papoose and how ragged he is and how ugly Clarissa Shields is. So make your mind up, women. That's what I'm saying.
They got a
But
point.
that's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. And nobody say nothing to them. Nobody. You got to call their ass out. They got microphones and everything. Some of these females are stupid, man. You can't have an intelligent conversation with them. They think just like this. And it's the face. Even some of my own daughter, just, man, it's things that I just don't like, y'all. Like, it don't make no sense. And you can't say nothing. You just supposed to deal with it.
That ain't right.
Yeah, and I tell people that the way, because we like y'all say, we don't own anything. That stuff is affecting our children because they thinking and talking and doing that stupid stuff. That's why the YNs and the YBs or whatever, it's just sad, man. And then it's like being black, we need a break off. But we can't, man, especially a heterosexual black man, because like I tell people, everybody always overlook him. The only time he get any acknowledgement in his funeral. And y'all better, you're taking that from it. You got picture booths now. Y'all making it more about you than the dead man. I've never seen so many selfish, women. I don't need nobody but Jesus people, but oh my God, bro. And it's only our women that they have poison like this. Now you got the white savior. Me and Hollywood went to Southeast where black women would be offended if you talking about they going with a white boy. But now that's the best thing in the world. But you got Dr. Umar telling us about snow bunnies. Because it's all about benefiting. I can sit here and benefit. Fellas, I swear to God, if I didn't care about the community, I probably would have been somewhere right now with my comedy. Yeah, because that's, you got to lie to these females. That's why I give the play that the pastors made and Dr. Umar making. You cannot be honest to the black women. You have to lie. And I got tired of lying.
But we got. I'm gonna try to tie this back into the main thing. So you guys, y'all honestly believe Diddy gonna beat this?
Yeah, well,
I think you say you think he gonna get off, WEEZO.
Yeah, he gonna.
Hollywood, what you think?
They don't got no case against him.
From the evidence this far, from what you heard in the scene, real quick, do you think the state got the feds got a good case against him?
Question it now.
You say you questioning it?
Yeah. Before I thought it was a rap for him. I thought it was too much. Yeah, because there was nothing speaking up for him. Everything was speaking against him. So now seeing this and seeing that he cashed out on her too. He cashed out on her, and then now these sources are coming up with damning information. I mean, to me, we're in America. You do the crime, do the time. If you ain't got no way to be able to get some remediation out of it, then you gonna have to serve that time. He got money for a lawyer, so I can't count him out, because we all know if you got a good attorney and he a Jew, then it's a good chance you're gonna be able to get a more pleasant, happy ending. So with this now, yeah, I think that there's a high chance that if he does serve time, it's very little.
Yeah, I say we gonna get
because they threw him at like 180 some months. That's about like 10, 13 years, something like that. Yeah, so useless, I think he tried to get well under that. That's why he said he didn't accept that.
I think, Frank, what you think? Big Frank.
Yeah, I agree. Now I don't know where the Diddy trial finna go. He can go left or right. But at the end of the day, they have not brought any evidence that says that Diddy was sex trafficking or that he raped anybody, and etc. Everything is about him being freaky. There's no law, there's no crime about being freaky.
So, he got evil black man with money.
I feel what you're saying,
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Let me tell you something.
Oh, he's so evil. You're supposed to just be broken ugly.
No, but from my understanding, from stuff I've been watching this all day. The thing is, if Diddy flew anybody in from out the state, using bad boy money or that Ciroc money, that is trafficking. If they track that, it's simple. It's petty, but you only gotta do that one time to break the law. You ain't gotta do it 1,000 times. If you did it one time, you broke the law. So if you use any of that bad boy entertainment money or any of that Ciroc money, the fly Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Punisher from Miami to New York for the free call, that's trafficking. It's that simple.
Oh my goodness!
And that's where the RICO come in at, because he's using the company's money to pay sex workers. So get me wrong, I believe it's bull crap, but under the Fed's guidelines, he broke the law. They just really want Diddy out of here.
You say he broke the law on what? Like you said, KT, you've been watching the Diddy trial from sun up to sundown, right? Mm-hmm. Where have they said Diddy trafficked anybody? They haven't said that yet. And I don't know if it's I don't know if it's to come and you know, is going to come later on down the road.
Well, who was paying the
nobody has said that. Everything has been Diddy has been a sexual deviant because he want to sleep with men and women.
And that
they said that Diddy is using the baby oil to go ahead and you know, whatever of his victims, to go ahead and lead them to a state where he can take advantage of them, etc. All these people are complicit. They're all complicit, in my opinion, including your girl Cassie. Because Cassie was with it. She like, yeah, baby.
They saying that they say J-Lo was one of the ringleaders of it too.
Yeah, Cassie was saying she wanna throw her legs back. She want the BBC with her legs back. So you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Mike G. Like,
no, hold on, but time out. Hold on, though. I got a good for you.
Yeah, you got Buddy up there in the corner. He going to prison because he paid him to do something with Cassie.
But bro, listen, y'all missing the point. Say I'm a crackhead and you my dealer. My choice is to buy the dope from you. But if I decide to flip and become a state witness, you still guilty for selling me the dope. So you gotta go to jail. You still broke the law. Even if I willingly participated in buying the crack and getting high off your crack, at one point in my life I decide I'm tired of you. Yes, he been selling me crack for 15 years. I know how he sell it. I know what he do it. He been doing it. He been beating women. He been doing this. He been putting fentanyl in it. It doesn't matter if it was my choice. You still broke the law, even if I participated.
No. You see what you just said? You see what you just said, though? You said, oh, yeah, even if you participated. So at that point, you can't claim the claim that you already had against Diddy. Oh, I was held against hostage. I was forced to do this. I was forced to do that. It ain't had nothing to do with that. Cassie was complicit in all of that. Because she had opportunity to leave anytime. Yeah. Diddy didn't have her in no chain locked down in the basement. He didn't have her chained up to a bed frame to where she had handcuffs and she couldn't only eat bread and water. Nah, she was eating shrimps. She was eating goddamn lobster. She had all of that. She had every opportunity to leave when she wanted to leave, but she didn't leave because she understood that. And like Hollywood played that video where the girl was saying what she said, and everything that girl said was on point. Cassie got jealous because he got with Young Miami, and he went ahead and put Miami up to where she was a millionaire after messing with her for $1 million. So Cassie I was messing with her I was messing with Diddy for years, and I ain't no millionaire. He got with Young Miami, and now Young Miami is a millionaire overnight.
Hold on.
So come on, bro.
But y'all know he being charged for it. That's important.
Refresh us on what he's being charged for.
He's getting charged with 1 count of racketeering conspiracy. This is Combs leading a criminal enterprise through his business empire.
So like a RICO.
Crimes like sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, Kid Cudi, robbery, obstruction of the justice. he did like 2 of them things I just listed. The other counts is 2 counts of sex trafficking by force, fraud, or corrosion. Corrosion, I can't speak that good. My bad. And Combs abused, threatened, and coerced women, including 3 identified victims, 1, 2, 3, into commercial sex acts using drugs, financial control, and violence to ensure compliance. He stumped out in the hallway. That's good enough. 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Combs allegedly transported women, including victim 2, and commercial sex workers across state lines for prostitution for the events called the freak-offs. He arranged and directed them. Each count carries a maximum of 10 years. One of these charges gonna stick on him, so he's doing 10 years regardless, minimum. That's just the bottom line. Cause how they worded it, corrosion can be anything. You got the money, of course, I'm gonna do you and punch me in my face until I get punched. He got more victims who won't come out. Cassie just won. Now you got
they already done came out. They already done came out. You got countless of lawsuits coming against Diddy. So you trying to tell me that you ain't never wanted to stump a BITCH out?
Me personally, no, I didn't have to get to the
No. I'm saying regardless if you did it or not.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Regardless if you did it or not, you telling me you never had the thought? You never had the thought of okay.
KT thought it's gonna implicate him in something, boy.
I know you're in the military, dog. I ain't got no money. Y'all don't want me.
But yeah, nonetheless, like you said earlier, KT, to pick up what you said, like yeah, if you was to go ahead and snitch and say, yeah, y'all was doing dope together, then I mean, who else? You going down too? But it ain't gonna be like from that. Like it's if you was selling or something like that, doing the illegal act, but.
You get immunity. I don't know people who did crimes with people and they told the whole thing. And they got out and had to do 8 years.
That's facts. That's facts. They gotta have something. They got
case told on everybody. So they only gave him 5,000. Everybody else got 10. And he got mad and ratted the whole thing. Only got to do 5 years. But you already know it's double standards when it comes to women anyway. And then y'all understand people tired of Diddy. It's people high up tired of Diddy. It's a lot of things going into this, man. So maybe he should beat this. But the feds he gonna do 10 years out of all this. One of these things gonna stick. Now I think the only thing that might stick is him flying them guys in for the freak-offs. He might beat everything else. But he paid guys like the Punisher.
Yeah, that's him up there in the top corner.
Yeah, he like to have the dudes put the stuff on.
The man was dressed like you know you remember Demolition, the tag team group. Back on wrestling.
Yeah, I
that was in a Demolition costume.
For him even doing the stuff he's doing, and you just said he brainwashed our kids, he need to be in jail for brainwashing the youth. So let him go to jail for this, man. He messed up a whole generation. He ruined Usher, Bieber, Big, everybody. He tried to get on Park, turn them down. The guy is a sicko.
The man dressed like Demolition.
And that's all I got to say. Even if he didn't do it,
Hawking animal.
He needs to do some time. And that's the bottom line. Even if he innocent, he needs to do 10 years for what he did to everybody else in the past. And that's all I got to say about Diddy, man.
So again, Frank, I mean, your answer to this is obviously that you believe that this has made a big impact on the generation. So how do we correct it?
There we go.
Is Diddy going to prison? Does that correct it?
Not at all.
Because
Diddy don't run nothing. And we're seeing that in real time that Diddy doesn't run nothing. because if they're able to put Diddy through this ringer, have him in prison, looking crazy. They say he had the gray beard, looking like a panda, and nobody else can do anything about it. Then there's nothing that we can do per se as a community to say that, okay, we're gonna go ahead and ride with Diddy. You go ahead and ride with Diddy all you want to. It doesn't matter. What they say is what they say. You know what I'm saying? And what they say is what they say, bro. And we gotta live with the judgment, because guess what? At the end of the day, we can't say, okay, so the white people say, oh yeah, I'm not gonna play Diddy music, even if he get off. I'm not gonna play Diddy music on our radio stations. Can black people say, oh yeah, in retrospect, I'm gonna play Diddy on our radio stations? We ain't got no radio station. So it's done.
Right. I mean, they did it to R. Kelly.
They did it to R. Kelly. They did it to anybody that they wanted to do it to. It's a wrap. So once Diddy goes against those entities that says, oh, because in my opinion, once he went against those liquor companies, and he was like, okay, yeah, I don't want to Ciroc up. I turned Ciroc up. I had Ciroc with all these different what's the word I'm looking for? When I had Ciroc,
he was plugging them into all his videos and all his campaigns. Yeah, same way 50 Cent said that he was dealing with the same kind of, he said everything was all good as long as they was willing to promote the interest of this big conglomerate, whatever alcohol that they wanted. But once that they came to the table with their own brand and wanting to change it up, that's when the shift came.
Facts. Diddy came to them and was like, oh yeah, I was the one who turned Ciroc up. All the different flavors of Ciroc, I was the one who promoted those. Y'all need to give me my due. Oh, y'all not? Okay, I'm finna sue. Now, everything that came out of the closet, what Diddy was doing, is brought to the line.
It's the result. It's the result.
Exactly. They're gonna destroy him. And that's the case that we got in today, because we don't have any kind of infrastructure. So that just let us to know. I think that Diddy was in those meetings that what's your boy from Bone Thugs and Harmony was talking about?
Easy?
Nah, your boy from Bone Thugs and Harmony. Crazy Bone. When he said that it was a bunch of white men came to the table and said, hey, we need to move rap into another direction because we have investors in the private prison system.
That's true.
Once he did that, and once he agreed to that, or once he went along with that, anything that you did outside of that point was going to be, under any kind of scrutiny. So if you're going against that grain, then we're going to put you on the goddamn cross, and now you can't do anything to suffer from that. You're going to suffer. Because we had a deal. You made a deal with the devil, and now you have to suffer from that. And that's what Diddy's going through right now.
Facts. And the difference for us is that's the reason why rich people go to prison. Wealthy people don't. That's the difference, because you can assassinate their character and it take away all of the money that they got, because all of this is like fleeting. It ain't dealing off of no generational wealth. Look what happened to Donald Trump. They can assassinate his character. What did it do? Nothing. The man got 40 some felonies against him. What did it do? Nothing. That's what wealth does to you. For me, that's why I agree with what Frank said. That once they unplug Diddy from it, all he is just a car with no engine now. He ain't got nothing. He had to sell his everything that his life worked with that he had. He had to get rid of all of that before he got locked down. Revolt TV, that was supposed to be his next big thing. That was supposed to be the thing that was supposed to make him, step out the game. Yeah. Now he had to say that was the first thing that he had to liquidate.
Yeah. That's
So
who was that? Floyd Mayweather? So the evil black rich man. The black man can't be rich. He's so evil. The only man that provides the resources for our community, and the women be right there cheering them on to be destroyed. I just don't understand, y'all.
They're not the only ones. It's the standards and the things that we seek. That I think that I agree with you, but it's a lot of us throwing our own selves out there and finding ourselves in situations about where we put ourselves, what our appetite, what satisfies our appetite. Because you can't take somebody to a pizza buffet. I don't care how much it smell good and they don't eat that. They ain't finna be with that. If they a vegan, they ain't gonna want that. Like a lot of the stuff that satisfies our black community, it does not satisfy me. So that's why I don't get caught up in a lot of stuff that I see a lot of these other people do, because that my appetite is different.
Well,
that's what has to happen. No, it ain't. But that's why I know the difference. That's why I can diagnose myself and understand that. When me and Frank was in the military, we was doing stuff that I don't even know how we was even able to make good decisions, because we was always sleepy. We was going out 4-5 days a week. It feel bad in the morning. Still got to get up and go to work. You know what I'm saying? Getting drunk and I mean just stuff like that. Like, do you know the insanity only is the biggest contributor of insanity is no sleep.
That's true.
No sleep.
Fastest way to die, too.
Yeah. So I mean, again, man, just the stuff that we entertain. Going back to that, like yeah, there was a time I was listening to that same Biggie music. And then it dawned on me as an adult, because now I'm feeding this stuff to somebody else. There's a possibility if I'm in the car and my son hops in there, that could be playing. And I had a conversation in a group conversation, and I was saying that like young Dolph was saying that his son, when I die, you're gonna be a rich little BAS. A little bastard. I guess that ain't too bad of a word to say. What I mean, true enough, the word in its definition is saying that you wasn't married to his mama. Okay, but it's a derogatory statement, and now that plays for the rest of forever, and so he can register a whole interpretation out of it differently than it just being a cool line.
Yeah.
Do you leave that as a legacy for your children? And do you rock that in front of your kids? Like, because I see a lot of kids, that's been forever. As long as rap music been out, there's been kids that's learning these words before they even know how to spell their name. It's just how to sequence. How can they know how to rightly appropriate all these hidden messages and stuff when they don't even know the basics yet? It's also about how it's introduced. You out in the streets, you can't safeguard a child from being in the parking lot and some car was playing the same music loud as but they're not going to be able to really connect with that because it takes repetition. They ain't hearing that same music all the time. So to me, again, it's just these cues that we overlook. And same thing that Frank was touching on is just that this stuff didn't just happen overnight. We've progressed to this.
Yeah.
And the answer to me for Diddy going to prison, is that going to solve that? No.
No.
But it does show for America, for black affluent Americans, that Cat Williams wasn't lying.
Yeah, he ain't lying.
It was all a joke back in January. Now it's like the whole house of cards is falling down.
Well, how do y'all feel about the praise of Pasty White husband? I see a lot of that.
Who?
of her white husband. Now they were just like all the women making videos about him and saying that he a good man, and they wish they had a classy white husband. The husband that when he called his wife, P. Diddy was hitting her doggy style on FaceTime. She was cheating on him.
They say P. Diddy was sleeping with Kid. He took advantage of Kid Cudi's dog in the bathroom.
Yeah, they just said. Yeah, they just did.
I knew the man tried to burn him up in his car. I ain't heard nothing about him with no dog.
Yeah, with no dog.
He broke in his house and locked the dog in the bathroom. His dog, his dog like he got sodomized.
Boy, this a hard race. This a hard color to be, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Yeah, being a black man now, y'all, it's very hard, man. When I go on jobs dealing with women, like, because they listen to a lot of that negative stuff, man, and they do use it against you. I ain't finna lie. It's harder now than when we got out of high school. I'm not finna lie. Hell no. It's hard, y'all. Like, where our peace at? Where something good for us? I'm talking about us, but we ain't gotta get booty, be a pedophile, gay. Like, man, we don't have any outlet for good black men. Yeah, even with the whole church thing, look at how T.D. Jakes retired as soon as this trial started. This is a wake-up call for us. Nothing will change. Racism is the people that wrote the rules. How can we go to them to get salvation when they the ones who put us in this? So we got to go to war. And that's me, getting money, right? But something has to change. But we don't have to die. That's it. You cannot go to a group of people who gave you a religion, gave you a school lesson, all that. Like, how is that? Like, think about it, And they mad at that man from Africa because he want to do better for Africans, his people. And he told Trump them off. Like, man, so again, it's a power big enough. The white man, you Jesus, he God. Because he write it all. You have to go through him to get anything did in this country.
Hey,
yeah.
You know what's crazy, Weezo?
Yes, sir.
Trump, he was showing the president the photos. Talk about all the people who got killed in South Africa.
Yeah.
Right? And he had some video where it showed allegedly a bunch of coffins. And come to find out, it was nothing but it was like a scare. It was a protest.
Yeah, it wasn't
even real coffin.
Yep.
And the president said, he said, show me. He said, tell me what it's at, and we will fix it. And Trump couldn't tell him where it happened at in South Africa. Trump got himself on Twitter and stopped just listening to stuff you see online. That's dangerous, man.
Yeah, well, my thing, and I with Trump and any other of them, I know that they're gonna look out. They supposed to look out for their race, but at the end of the day, when you got an Obama and somebody in the seat and he's such a coward that he's scared to do something. If you won't change, you gotta die by it, bro. Don't get in the jail talking about all these excuses, and now you got us living bad, man. Like, man, he wasted 8 years. Yeah.
And my biggest issue with Obama was he did more for the alphabet boys than he did for us. He set them straight. He got them able to legally get married, this and that. And that hurt me when Obama did that.
Now look at us. Look at us now. We were worse off than when he became president. And all them excuses. I'm tired of black men with these excuses, like your Reggie Bellamy. Well, they ain't gonna let me do that. Why you ran? Bro? Bro, get out the way. Get somebody in there that's gonna run it and die for it.
Back.
Martin Luther King died for it. Everybody died for us to get where we at, but stop these cowards.
That's a fact, man. You spitting again, boy. That's like 3 hot season one night, dog.
Yeah, because it's sad, bro. It's sad. I look at black children, the summertime here. They killing each other up and doing this because of the money. There's no money in these hoods. And then you got to deal with black males. These young boys turn it to the alphabet community because they feel like it's safer. They scared to be heterosexual when they see their mama hate they black heterosexual daddy. When Father's Day come, they got to go to the graveyard to see they daddy.
No. When you miss the key component, you know. There's also the people they looking at on the music videos, the NBA young boys, Drake's with the fingernail polish. These guys, you know, guys, Young Thug, these guys. These are they people. We built up the guys, maybe they went straight, but they had the bravado of a man. These new cats, they looking up the guys who bisexual.
And see, that's another thing. The blacks that are, whether they weak like LeBron James or whoever, they just glad to make. Hey, I ain't got to deal with. Hey, the rest of them Negroes got to figure it out. But at least me and mine made it. That mindset, bro. When you got people like that don't even have that kind of money, but these Chicos looking out for migrants. You got judges going to jail for migrants, and you niggas can't do nothing. Oh man, come on, bro. I can't do that no more. Nah, man. No, man, this is hard for us out here, man. You got judges going to jail for you got Negroes in position in New Jersey going to jail for illegals that's not even from here. But they've got all the excuses to help black children and black males. No, you know, they know they the ones got our women not hating us. We didn't come up with them to wear beige wigs and big strength BBLs. Who wrote that? There ain't nobody asking me what type of woman I like. We don't write the rules. We haven't been men to these women in 400 years. So what's everybody mad at us for? We victims in this thing too. We go off their ideas. None of us wrote no rules. So what is everybody mad at us about? But like Pac said, you could be a victim in this white man's world because it's us killing us and doing that. This is a game to them. They the ones who wrote it out. It's sad. They're going to continue to get millions even while they dead. They family hooked on to this. We just got to choose. Either we going to live and be miserable like this or we going to fight and die like Martin Luther King them. There ain't no more choices. Let's stay with
That's
on the lighter note, fellas, the KT, what the playoffs looking like, brother?
Oklahoma up 2-0, Pacers up 2-0. It's likely going to be the Pacers of Oklahoma City winning. Knicks, they sat Karl Anthony Towns most of the he wouldn't even foul trouble. And they had him he only played 27 minutes tonight. That coach will be fired at the end of the season. You can't pay a man $60 million to have him on the bench if he's not in foul trouble. It's unacceptable.
Yeah, that is.
I don't care how bad you're playing. He got to play.
That is a fact. That's what you got him for.
I don't care how you got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what it is with that, man. You know, training camp started for the rookies for the NFL. They say Shador looking all right. They said the white boy getting a run for his money though. Dylan Gabriel cat.
Gabriel, yeah.
They going back and forth with it. Shiloh doing.
They say that. Well, they saying that also that the locker room is responding better to Shador. It's because of the rookies that came in with this class as well. He even said the veterans is because of him being so experienced with football life, because your daddy is Dion. They say all of that's playing into how he's been responding to the team.
Or 90% of the locker room black, and black people try to ride with each other. Call spade a spade. He more cooler than the other guy. He more cooler than the other cat. You know how this go. You know how this go, Hollywood. Come on, man. Come on, man. Ain't no responding. They like him. So once he got drafted, they was vouching for him. They ain't even mentioned their other quarterback, and he got drafted before him. You knew what the play is, man. And they say your boy ain't running no good route down there in Jacksonville.
Yeah, I saw a couple videos. I wasn't impressed.
Yeah, you gotta see. You gotta get better. Yeah, but that's it.
Man, Travis Hunter gonna get broke up, man. You gotta put on at least 15, 20 pounds, man.
Exactly. He need to put up some weight.
He worried about getting married with that.
They about to get married.
Supposed to be
She's
getting
30 years
married
old
next
or
week.
something. 32 or 30 or something.
Yeah, I mean, well, all that time she done put out in these streets, and it came from nowhere.
Hey, I'm telling y'all, y'all know how this game go, right? She gonna get pregnant, and she gonna get pregnant.
Facts. They said that I seen a post, and this was a female who said it. Said something about you better have a prenup. There's another female saying this. It's like they know what time it is.
You just look at them; they don't even look like they're supposed to be together.
He just weird. He weird in this, and that was, and he ain't never really had nothing for real.
No, he's a walking lick.
Because he's supposed to have already had his feelings hurt to where he knew how to pick one. It seemed like he ain't never had nothing that's kind of made him feel like he, like he had his choice. Like dudes who choose, then they realize that the woman didn't choose them. They just chose them for reasons, not for real.
Deep in that football stuff. Yeah, but that's all I got.
Long as he show up when the season starts, that's all that I need him to do. But if he running these crazy looking routes, I don't know what's going on. But
that's all I got on my end for it.
Fellas, what y'all got before we wrap up tonight, man? We had a good hot seat topic. We had a good segment with Let's Be Frank. Shout out to all the fellas. And
hey, stop supporting creep. Diddy is a creep. He needs to be in jail. I don't care who is willing to participate. If he's willing to rub that stuff on his chest, any man putting a male's body fluid on their chest needs to be locked up. He's a cancer to society, and it will rub off to his kids, and they will spread it on to the next generation. So he can take a 10-year time out. You know, I think he's worse than Kelly in my opinion, but that's just me. That's all I got to say for tonight.
Come on. God damn, KT. God damn, KT.
I
got something funny.
We all over the place tonight.
Oh, yes, sir. Hey, and really quick too, y'all got to let me know if that's Minister Jap, man. I saw it in Hollywood. It's a funny video. Yeah, you got to show the fellas, man. Hollywood. They've been getting on them about this, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that we tapping in on the very next show. Any requests? What did we not talk about tonight?
That Remy Martin Papoose, man.
Yeah, I agree.
For a couple that was supposed to be looked at as black excellence, now look at them.
We gotta talk. Hopefully, it's still current next week. We ain't talk about that. Papoose said he wrote
Say 90%. He wrote 90% of Remy's stuff and said he never took no credit for it.
We got to talk about we probably have to talk about the Pacers, man. Probably the championship been started.
So you already putting the Pacers there. So you lost all faith in the Knicks.
Bro, you don't lose. You can't lose back to back home, bro. That ain't good. You gonna lose one away. You know, we gotta talk about, man. Just
Big Frank, what you got, brother?
No, I'm on the same type of time KT on, man. You know, the Pacers, the Remy Ma.
Yeah, that's gonna be big.
All
man.
that. Everything, that's what we missed when we were talking about. But I just want to make one point when it comes to Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, you compared him to R. Kelly. There's no comparison. R. Kelly was dealing with underage kids. It was pedophilia. You know what I'm saying? When Diddy, all these are consenting adults. And they talking about they want to go ahead and, you know, confiscate all the baby oil and all this other type of stuff. But then we go ahead and get into the trial and we listen to what Cassie was saying. And Cassie was all about it. She was all about it. Yeah, Diddy done popped her across the head a couple of times because the bitch, the chick didn't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? So he went across the head because it's not. Am I siding with Diddy with everything that he did? Nah, not at all. I think that Diddy is a monster. I think that Diddy is a perpetrator. I think that Diddy is somebody who's using his power to go ahead and get what he wants. But at the same time, when you come to Diddy and you say that, I'm trying to get on, you know you got to do something to get on. Ain't nobody finna do nothing for you. It just put you on for out of no reason.
But you missing the key component. See, I get it. You only talk about what he on trial for. So we ain't gonna talk about the rumors of what him with the Usher when Usher was under.
No. You said I'm missing the key component. What's the key component?
But them was kids. They was young.
Who was young?
Usher was young when Diddy was involved with him.
They never proved that, KT.
Come on, Frank. Frank,
all that is rumors. The Justin Bieber, the Usher, all that is rumors. All that is coming from the security guard. You don't see Justin Bieber getting on that stage or up in the courthouse. You don't see Usher. You don't see Usher coming to the stage and saying, "Yeah, Diddy did it."
It's hard for a male to admit that a man took advantage of. A male ain't gonna do that.
I agree.
You know that.
I agree. I agree.
I agree. Cause even if you're a victim, you still it's kind of messed up. Even if you got victimized, people start looking at you different. Like, man, he was a weirdo, and you were the victim.
What about Kanye? Kanye saying that
he trolling. Kanye trolling.
So you think there's no truth to that?
He just apologized yesterday. He talking about he apologized.
There's plenty of truth to that, bro. What Kanye said. There's plenty of truth to that. Because those are the type of dudes they look for. Those are the type of dudes they look for, bro.
He was doing it to Diddy.
Those are the type of dudes they look for, who are broken, who have done things that they shouldn't be proud of, and they go ahead and exploit that.
Yeah, hold it over their head. You right.
But at the same time, we've already known that. It was a Master P. I ain't gonna say Master P himself, but it was a guy who was in Master P camp, and he was just laying it all out. Like, you go ahead and sign that contract. We gonna go ahead and party with you. And you don't want to go ahead and do this single. Oh yeah, go ahead and pull that tape up. Let this nigga see what he done did last night.
Yeah, you right.
Yeah, that was you.
That is true. That is true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you right.
So that's the music game. That's the music game in a nutshell. And Diddy happened to be the forefront of it. So, anything that comes from this trial, in my opinion, is just going to be, okay, this is a freaky dude who was doing things that he shouldn't have been doing, but at the same time, sucking booty hole juice out of somebody hole. It's not illegal. You know what I'm saying?
You right. One more thing before you go, Hollywood.
Yes, sir.
How would you guys feel if your ex left you for a guy who looked similar to you? Cause Remy Ma left her dude for a dude who looked just like the dude she's with. Would you feel some type of way about that? If she get a red dude look just like you? That's like funny, right? It's like, come on, man. You get a similar dude to me? Cut it out.
I can't front. I got a story like that, but I would say that for another time.
Trash, man.
Yeah, Remy trash. That's a fact.
Bro hold her down, bro, while she was in prison. He came up there to visit her every other week, man. She's trash, bro. She is trash.
Yeah.
You say that ain't the only time she didn't step down on him, so.
Yeah, exactly.
She
was cheating with women and everything, man. She trash, bro. This man was you know what I'm saying? Papoose
got rid of you left a boss to get the help.
Yep. I'd have had to share that bed with the women. I ain't gonna lie. I would have like, but Zeke would have got butt naked and jumped in there and helped out. Yeah. Yes, sir.
We can't do that. Nah. With the woman, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. I done had them situations, bro. Yes, sir.
I think
So the deacon. So Deacon.
Yes,
You saying that let's say that you were doing a 9 to 5, and you ain't even work 9 to 5. You work over 9 to 5. You done did 12 hours. You come home. You come home and you see this broad in the bed after you done supported her and everything. She done did 5 years in prison. You done supported her. And you come home and she in the bed with another dude or another woman. You saying that you go ahead and just accept it?
With the dude, I kill both of them with the dude. I swear to God, I will, bro. I will. Brother, I got that. Yes, sir. I keep that Burt Reynolds on me. So yes, sir, that big old 4.5. Yes, Burt Reynolds. Yes, sir. He's coming out the car. Yes, sir.
Keep that Burt Reynolds on you.